LeetCode problem number 2, add two numbers. So this problem gives us two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers. And the digits are stored in reverse order, and each of their nodes contains a single digit. Right? So we have to add the two numbers and return the sum as a linked list. And we can assume that the two numbers do not contain any leading zero. So what this means is, for example, we have these two linked lists, 243 and 564 in this example. So basically the true digits are 342 and 465, right? 465. And then our total is 807. So we have to return in reverse order as well, so 807. Okay, the problem itself is pretty straightforward, but you cannot just do something like, you read through all of this string, put it into a integer, and then just add the other string and put an integer, and then once you get the total, and just output as a linked list, right? Because I tried that, and apparently there are some very, very big numbers inside this linked list, as in like the total, right? It can go up to 30 nodes, right? Which even an unsigned long does not even have enough digits to store in, right? So because 30 nodes, which means 30 numbers. Okay, enough of that. So the way I approached this differently was to add from the back and then construct a node with it, right? So you add these two first. You add these two first, and then you create a node for 7. And then you add these two, you create a node for 10. But in this case, since each node should only contain one number, so we have to divide the 10 with 10, which we will get 1, and that 1 will actually be carried forward to the next digit, right? So for instance, because we've already divided by 10, so we have to modulus 10 for the 0, and then we have carry forward 1, so 1 will be here. So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, so here will be 8. Okay, so this is the code. The code pretty much is the same thing as what I said, but I will try my best to visualize it for everyone. So forward is 0. This forward is basically what we will be carrying forward to the next node. And then we have while 1, while 2. This will be basically stores the value inside the node, right? And so while 1, let's put it as 0 first. I'll just leave it empty. Okay, and the total. Okay, and then our two linked lists. So the first one is like this: 5, 6, 4. Let's change it up a bit. Let's add one more number, like 9, for example. Okay. So in truth, this number is actually 9342, and this is actually 465, 465, right? And you plus them together, you get a total, right? Okay. So our linked lists are like this, different length, and I have a while loop that iterates through two linked lists at once, right? So as long as one of them have not finished iterating, I'll keep on iterating. This while loop will keep on running. Okay, then on the first loop, while 1 is equals to this is basically a if-else statement. So if this is true, then I'll get this, or else it will be this, right? And since L1, right, L1 is here. Since L1 is not equals to null, so that means we get to use L1's value. So while 1 is actually 2, and while 2, which is the same thing, is actually gonna be 5. So we have while 1 and while 2, Then we calculate our total. Total will be while1 plus while2 plus forward. So it will be 2 plus 5 plus 0. Right, because we do not have anything to carry forward. So the total is 7. Okay, after that, we check whether or not the current is equal to null. Okay, so this is for creating a new node. This is basically initializing the new node, right? So our current right now will be 7, right? Because total modulus 10 is basically 7 divided by 10 with the remainder. The remainder is 7. So our new node is 7 right now. And then we set our return to current, right? So basically this return is what we're actually returning. I want to keep the head, right? So this if statement will only run once because that's the only time current will be null, is when we initialize it as null. After that, current will be a node, so the node will just be constructed on the next of the current. Okay, so we have our first node already, and then we move on. So these two if statement, we check their respective linked lists. If they are not null, we will go to the next one, right? And since they are not null, so we move to the next one. So right now, our linked list 1 is 4, and linked list 2 is 6. Our while1 is 4, our while2 is 6. Okay, let's put a pointer here. Okay, so we're here. Alright, we calculate the total again. So the total now is 10, right? And then our forward, the calculate now, so forward is equals to 10 divided by 10, which is 1, right? 10 divided by 10 is 1. So forward is 1, and since I said this is only for constructing the head of the node, so we're only going to look at this else statement. So else, the current next, right, which is what we are here, will be total modulus 10, right? So 10 modulus 10 is basically 10 divided by 10 with the remainder, and the remainder is 0. And then we move our current to the node here, so we can prepare for the next. Okay, we iterate through the list again. So now we are over here. Okay, while1 is 3, while2 is 4. Calculate our total. Total is 3 plus 4 plus the forward, right, which is 1. And this 1 came from the 10 that we divided before, right, over here. Okay, so 3 plus 4 plus 1, this will give us 8. So 8 divided by 10 means 0, right? And then the current next, which is here, will be total modulus 10, which is 8. Okay, and then what we're going to do is move the current again, and then move our linked list. Right, move our linked list. So this one is still equal to null. It's not, so we're over here now. Okay, so this is where it gets a bit more interesting, because now that the second linked list has already been finished iterating, right? Our while loop will still continue to run because we are checking for both linked lists, right? So our while1 is the same, 9, and since now this is true, no, this is false, right? Because linked list 2 is now null, so we're getting 0. Right, so while2 is 0. Okay, after that, everything else is the same. So total is 9 plus 0, which is 9. Forward is 9 divided by 10, which is also 0. So we don't change anything there. The current next will be 9 modulus 10. So it will be 9. And then our current goes to current next. So we move again like this. Okay, and then we iterate through again. Right, so we need to go to next. So we are actually now, both of them are pointing to null. And since both of them are pointing to null, so this will be returned return as basically this will be this while loop will end. And this if statement is basically checking whether or not on the last number there's still any carry forwards we have to do. And if there is, then we just construct a new node, right? Like let's say for 1. Right? For a new node for the amount we carried forward. But for in this case, we don't have any, so this is our final linked list that we will just return the head of over here. Okay, so that is my solution. Pretty straightforward. That's all I have to show. Thanks.